Hey guys, so we recently launched a P&L feature within the BooleanMaths platform, and our beta testers absolutely loved it. So I just wanted to share this with you now that we have made all the adjustments based on the feedback. So there's three steps required to enable this feature. So step one is install the app on Shopify. Step two is connect your ad accounts, so both Meta and Google, so that we know exactly how much is being spent on ads. And step three is connect your shipping providers so that we can fetch live status of every single order, whether it's in transit, whether it's been delivered, whether it's been returned, and what's the associated shipping cost. So this is how it looks like. Let's just look at the order fulfillment funnel for this brand. So 4,400 orders were created. Out of those, 383 were cancelled at the source, so no shipping associated with it. 4,018 were actually shipped, out of which 332 are still in transit. Out of the ones that were delivered, 40 were returned, which return results in delivery rate of 98.9%. This contributed to a revenue of 1.03 CR. Now, that's the money you're making. That's great. Even Shopify will tell you that. The question is, how much are you spending to make this money? And that's where this feature really shines. So this segment tells you everything about the direct cost, anything that you're spending at an order level. So we will fetch live COGS data from Shopify, so tell you exactly how much is just going into your cost of goods. We'll get the shipping cost from your shipping provider, so we know exactly how much is going there, what's the RTO impact, how much are you spending on packaging, how much are you spending on handling, and how much are you paying your payment service providers. So for this particular brand, all of this totals up to 40.6%. So every time they deliver an order, 40.6% of it goes up in direct cost, which is quite good. So at this point, the contribution to margin is 59.4%. Let's look at the next uh, section. So now we are looking at marketing costs. So you can add, we will fetch live Meta ad spend, Google ad spend from the platform, and you can add other ad spend also, either in influencer sections or within a configuration panel. So for this particular brand, ad spend is contributing to another 40%, 39% of the revenue. So post deducting ad spend, their contribution margin comes down to 20.43%. Now, they had the option of adding fixed costs. They have not added this. I'll also show you how to add fixed costs. Basically, team salary or software cost or warehouse rent or anything similar. But these guys have not added that. Totally fair. That's their call. Next, they have set up tax in a way so that we are deducting GST on average 12.42% across all products, and we are also deducting profit, PAT, after on the profit after tax. All of these deductions finally give us a final margin of 6%. So while the brand's actually making a revenue of 1.03 CR, which is what your Meta ads and Google ads will focus on, the revenue number, the actual final profit margin is 6 lakhs, which is what we want you to focus on. So not just look at the revenue number to decide where you want to spend ads, which channels to work on, but actually look at the profit number to decide which channels are actually giving you money instead of silently burning money. So that's what the feature is. There's quite a few things that you can play around with. So I can play around with the configuration panel. I can set up a default COGS value. I can add handling fees. I can add any other charges. Similarly, I can add more direct costs if I wanted to. I can add other payment charges. I can add more expenses. So currently these guys have not set up any expenses, but if I wanted to, I could simply add a new expense or decide if it's at an order level, at a month level, or at a percentage level. And if I wanted to add any other marketing channels, I can do that as well. And finally, just quickly into last month, there's a option to switch between the actual numbers and the projection numbers. The reason being that if I say look at this month, if I look at this month and if I look at the order fulfillment metric, most of the orders will be in transit because like 4-5 days is very little time for most of the orders to get delivered. And this is not a number that you're very interested in because your ad spend is against these 742 orders and all of your other spends are against the 742 orders, but your revenue is only on these 349 orders. So what we will do in this case is we will do an estimation. So the final revenue that we use to calculate the P&L won't be this 8,15,000 based on delivered orders, but on the delivered orders plus the delivery rate into the transit orders. So it's a projection of how much revenue are you going to make, and similarly, every cost will also be projected. So what's the projected shipping cost, what's the project RTO cost, and so on. So you can quickly switch from actual mode to projected mode if you want to see what's the estimated margin you have, as of now. I guess that's the feature. We think it's a pretty cool addition to our attribution platform, and pretty soon what we will do is we will tie in this with uh, our attribution model so that you can see this not just at a brand level, but you can see it at an ad campaign level, and the revenue metrics will be based on the actual attributed uh, revenue of that particular ad campaign, and that will be extremely powerful, and that will be live within a week or so. So looking forward to it. Thanks.